Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Today is the 55th anniversary of the release of this album. So why don't we dive in and just take a look at this CD. This is the album Who's Next by the band The Who. And this is actually the 1995 reissue on CD. So it has the full album here, which ends with Won't Get Fooled Again, and then it has some previously unreleased songs and some bonus tracks. One is a alternate version of the song Behind Blue Eyes. This is such a classic album and produced so many hits for the band. Bob O'Reilly, Bargain, Behind Blue Eyes, Won't Get Fooled Again. Those are all pretty well known, especially just as far as classic rock goes. For me, I think of the major British classic rock bands. The Who is up there at the top for me. I'm much more of a Who and Pink Floyd person than Zeppelin or the Stones or even the Beatles. I prefer these guys here. You can see there some additional artwork, and this is a pretty lengthy booklet here. You can see it mentions the band here: Roger Daltrey, John Entwistle, Keith Moon, Pete Townsend. And then the reissue info and the original recording, thank yous. And you can see here, it was originally released on August 25th, 1971 in the UK, and then released on August 14th, 1971 in the US. So we celebrate 55 years of the US release of this album, which did come first. But in here, there's a lot of info from Pete Townsend talking about the Lifehouse project. This was, a lot of the songs here were originally meant for an additional rock opera, similar to Tommy, that was going to be titled Lifehouse. It was kind of a sci-fi rock opera, if I remember correctly. And over the years, a lot of it has been released in bits and pieces here and there, but this was where that all started. So there's a lot of info on that, as well as the reissue producer, John Atkins, and his take on the history of that project and how it turned into this album. There's some fun pictures of the band performing live back in the 70s. And there is a fun picture of the band. And here we have just some additional info on each of the tracks here. Like here for My Wife, it even mentions that this is John Entwistle's only contribution to Who's Next. It was unlikely to have been part of the Lifehouse project. And it was first played on stage after the Young Vic gigs in 1971. This was recorded. Here's a nice poster for a Who concert, and just a really great live shot. I was able to see the Who at one point, but of course it was after losing two of the members and only having Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey left. It was still a really great show, but it was later in the years, and seeing them in their heyday would have been just incredible, I'm sure. And here's just a fun photo shoot where it says, in July of '71, Keith Moon invited the music press to a housewarming tea party at Terra, which was his new pyramid-style house in rural Jersey. So this was Keith's house that they did a quick photo shoot at. But again, this is just such a classic album. The songs really have held up, and just the production on it. I miss those old analog studio recordings. They just sound so much richer than a lot of music these days. Not that there's not good stuff these days. There's just something about the production on some of this 70s music that is just in all the various channels and the speakers, and it's just a full soundscape that is pretty incredible to still hear. But I thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next dive.